Welcome everyone to today's Explainer. Whether you live and breathe football or just tune in for the massive spectacle, we've got a literally monumental month ahead of us. We're unpacking the 2026 FIFA World Cup, and I promise you, the beautiful game has absolutely never looked quite like this before.
Okay, let's dive into this, because the largest football tournament in the history of the sport has officially kicked off. The wait is finally over, the opening ceremonies are in the books, and the globe's attention is entirely locked in. We're talking about an event that literally halts daily life across entire continents, bringing together billions of people to share in the absolute pinnacle of global sports.
But that leads us directly to a really fascinating question. How exactly does the world's biggest sporting event get even bigger? Because, well, that is exactly what the organizers have done for 2026. This isn't just another World Cup. It's a massive evolution of the tournament's very DNA. And before we break down the specifics, we really need to recognize just how unprecedented the scale of this whole thing truly is.
Let's move to the agenda and see how this builds our structured journey today. We'll be looking at 1. Opening match drama. 2. The biggest World Cup ever. 3. Final bow for legends. 4. Favorites and dark horses. And 5. A global economic boom.
All right, let's kick things off with Section 1, Opening Match Drama.
The tournament is already underway, delivering exactly the kind of chaos, beauty, and explosive drama we absolutely expect from the World Cup, and it all started right here. Just look at the magnificent exterior of the historic Estadio Azteca. By hosting the opening kickoff, this legendary arena in Mexico just cemented its legacy by becoming the first venue ever to host matches in 3 different World Cups. Just think about the sheer history contained within those walls, and this year, they just added another incredible chapter.
And let me tell you, the atmosphere inside was absolutely electric. The spectacular opening ceremony featured these massive fireworks displays, traditional Mexican music, incredible international artists, and of course, the presentation of that iconic trophy. Over 80,000 roaring spectators packed the arena, creating what is already being described as one of the most spectacular World Cup openings in recent memory.
And the host nation, they definitely did not disappoint their home supporters. The opening match saw Mexico take on South Africa, and honestly, Mexico controlled much of the game. They secured a really decisive 2-0 victory with goals coming from Julián Quiñones and Raúl Jiménez. It was a picture-perfect start for the Tri, sending that massive home crowd into an absolute frenzy.
Now, what's really interesting about this matchup is just how intensely physical it was right out of the gate. I mean, it was not without major controversy. 3 different players received red cards during the game. Cesar Montes for Mexico, and both Spefilo Cithole and Themba Zwane for South Africa. This immediate flashpoint really demonstrated the sheer intensity and the incredibly high stakes of this tournament. Nobody's holding back out there.
So those results immediately shook up the Group A standings. As you can see, Mexico is sitting pretty at 3 points. But look right below them. South Korea also has 3 points after a stunning 2-1 comeback victory against Czechia. South Korea actually came from behind to earn that crucial win, moving level with Mexico and absolutely thrilling Asian football fans worldwide. Czechia and South Africa are currently looking up from the bottom with 0 points.
But hey, the action is not slowing down. Today marks a massive moment for another one of the co-hosts, the United States. They face off against Paraguay today, and millions of American fans are carrying super high expectations. They're hoping their team can use that crucial home field advantage to make a deep tournament run. Getting a strong opening win today is absolutely critical for their momentum.
Moving right along to Section 2, the biggest World Cup ever.
Stepping back from the immediate matches for a second, we're looking at a monumental logistical shift here. The biggest change? 48. That is the number of participating national teams, a massive expansion from the traditional 32. This doesn't just invite huge new fan bases, it completely rewrites the group stage math and the whole qualification dynamic for emerging nations. More countries than ever before have a seat at the table now, and that's bringing entirely new strategies directly into the global spotlight.
And, with an expansion of teams comes a massive expansion of the schedule. 104 total matches will be played over the course of this tournament. 104! It is a staggering amount of football, it requires immense stamina from the squads that make it to the very end, and it provides us fans with an absolute feast of daily matches.
To accommodate all 48 teams and those 104 matches, the tournament has expanded geographically as well. For the first time in history, the World Cup is spread across 3 host countries, the United States, Mexico, and Canada. It's a truly North American affair, and it requires some unprecedented cross-border cooperation to pull off.
Which brings us to Section 3, Final Bow for Legends.
Beyond the sheer size of the tournament, this World Cup carries some incredible emotional weight. And honestly, a lot of it comes down to these two titans of the sport. On one side, you have Lionel Messi, entering the tournament as the defending 2022 champion, hoping to lead Argentina to back-to-back titles. Then, on the other side, you have the Portuguese legend Cristiano Ronaldo. Despite being one of football's absolute greatest, Ronaldo is still desperately searching for his very first World Cup trophy. Many experts and fans alike believe this is the final appearance on this stage for both of them. That adds a really intense layer of urgency to every single minute they play.
Let's transition to Section 4, Favorites and Dark Horses.
So the crucial point is how these legendary narratives collide with the current landscape of global football. Let's look at the old guard, the tournament favorites. We're talking about heavyweights like Argentina, Brazil, France, Spain, Germany, England, and Portugal. These nations possess the absolute strongest squads, the deepest benches, and they carry the highest expectations. For these countries, anything short of the final rounds is honestly considered a massive failure.
But you've definitely got to watch out for the surprise packages. That expansion to 48 teams has really fueled the rise of the dark horses. Teams like Uzbekistan, Jordan, Morocco, Japan, and South Korea are attracting major attention right now. Analysts are heavily expecting major upsets from these emerging squads. I mean, we already saw South Korea stun Czechia, right? It proves that these nations are not just here to participate, they are absolutely here to disrupt the whole shebang.
And finally, Section 5, a global economic boom. Panning out to a macroscopic view for a moment, this tournament is leaving a literally monumental cultural and economic footprint. Just look at the sheer scale of these numbers. The tournament is spread across 16 different host cities. Organizers expect an in-person attendance of more than 6 million fans, plus a staggering 5 billion global viewers tuning in on screens. 5 billion. This translates to billions of dollars in revenue. Host cities are already experiencing massive financial surges in tourism, hotels, restaurants, transportation, broadcasting rights, and merchandise sales. It is a true global economic boom.
And this brilliantly illustrates what all of this effort, all of this money, and all of this incredible passion is really for. This single golden trophy. It is the absolute ultimate prize in global sports. Unlike club football, the World Cup unites entire nations. Rivalries become these massive global events. New stars emerge overnight, and for 1 month, the entire world literally stops to watch history being made.
Which brings us to the ultimate question as we wrap up today's explainer. Who will lift the trophy in the most ambitious tournament in history? Will Messi successfully defend his crown? Will Ronaldo finally secure his ultimate prize? Or will a dark horse come out of nowhere and shock the world? The stage is set, the matches are underway, and we are in for a truly historic month. Keep watching because you absolutely won't want to miss a single second of it.